with the playoffs on the horizon, it's a completely different type of game.
Well, the difference, Kevin, really is the fact that you're able to dig so much deeper into what a team does and how effective they are, and then be able to take those things away. That is the test during the playoffs that everybody's up against. Is your next best good enough against our next best?
And even just small moves can make such a difference.
Little tiny adjustments and wrinkles in some of the things that you do can really throw off a team with the way that they're preparing for you and what you're about to bring in terms of the storm the playoffs are.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Brogdon out there with Tony Snell. And it's Henson in at the center. Holiday with the three. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You could see the coach trying a few different rotations in that game, shaking things up, trying to get something going, but nothing was working.
And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And you look at Anthony Davis offensively, Brent, incredible the way his shot has developed since he came into the NBA.
When you think about a 7-foot guy facing up on you in the block area, there's really no way to stop Anthony Davis in that length. But his footwork is underrated. I think now that he's addressed some of the muscle issues and put that weight on, we'll see him look to back down smaller defenders and take them to the rack.
The Bucks working the ball around. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good from Henson.
Worked himself into the mid-range area. Smaller defender on him, so that's a high percentage look.
Outside Holiday. The rebound by Brogdon.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Snell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Brogdon, no good. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now the dish to Davis. Parker with the steal. Here's Snell. Drills the baseline jumper. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Davis against Henson. And Davis puts it in.
Just an excellent job by Davis, commanding the ball in the paint and finishing with that look with tremendous confidence.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Goes back up. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Bucks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. The Bucks also changing it up. Craig Monroe, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Terry in for Brogdon. Here's Hasek. A second chance effort. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Just nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taking that shot.
The Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the Pelicans surrendering a 2015 draft pick that turned into Sam Decker in exchange for Omer Asik. Not a bad trade for a starting center.
Yeah, for a team that lacked a proven center after they gave up Robin Lopez, it made a lot of sense. And they doubled down on Omer and gave him a new $60 million contract in 2015. They hope that he's the answer inside and can play some minutes alongside AD.
Jones kicks to Asik. He feeds it to Frazier. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Dellavedova kicks to Terry. Jacks up a three. Cranes the three-pointer. Terry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pelicans trail by 3. Now Frazier. The shot's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The Bucks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Now the feed to Dellavedova. Jones against Toledovich. Good D by Jones. And the Pelicans shooting to start out this game about 43%. More. Good. Great play set up by Frazier.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Dellavedova kicks to Terry. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first. Out to Monroe. And here's Beasley. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Poked away. Fires for 3. No good on that one. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pelicans lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in. And we heard from John Henson before the game.
Defensively, offensively,
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, I just really love that they're playing with their hearts tonight, contesting shots, making their opponent work for every point.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Parker and Monroe together inside. Tony Snell is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the small forward. Here's Monroe, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
You're not going to see him miss too many from there, just a handful to defend.
Here's Galloway, defended by Dellavedova. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. When you look around, we see a lot more face-up power forwards than in decades past. That's what teams are looking for, wouldn't you say?
I'd say teams are looking for, Kevin, guys who at the 4 and 5 spot can help a team move the ball from strong side to weak side, be able to read some defenses, make proper passes, and then set screens and be a presence on the roll. That's absolutely at the 4 and 5 spot what teams are trying to find today.
But do you think players now, Brent, are smarter than they were coming in?
I don't know how to check the report cards, Kevin. No, the players, because of their versatility, and I think growing up not playing back to the basket and being asked to do a lot more things that require guard skills when they come into the game and coaches are asking them to do these things, they're more than capable of doing them.
Davis dishes to Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Really great look by Davis there. He is always looking to set up his teammates.
Bucks trail by 4. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Jabari Parker took an unconventional route to rehab his knee after his ACL surgery. He trained in the Andes Mountains of Peru. The altitude helped the stamina, but Parker said it was also a trip that I took for character. We take a lot for granted. Kevin, even growing up poor in the U.S., Parker said, you don't realize how fortunate you are. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A., and a great way to put that injury into perspective. The jump hook, another one falls for New Orleans.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Dellavedova, the pass to Parker. Screen by Monroe. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Parker kicks to Dellavedova. Clock at 6. The three. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Parker.
Well, you see how difficult he makes it on anyone that's going to try to guard him. Just an offensive dominant player.
Galloway dishes to Davis. Outside Holiday. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Timeout.
And Brent, you look at Drew Holiday's
No easy buckets now. Hustle up.
position.
Yeah, he's got those happy feet too, Kevin, and a good defender with quick hands. He can smother you on the defensive end.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Terrence Jones is checked in for Cunningham. Evans comes in for Hill. Yields checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Frazier in for Langston Galloway. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
And a nice defensive sequence there by Hield. Not a natural lockdown defender, but he's a competitor.
Bucks trail by 3. Terry outside. Henson the pass to Brogdon. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Frazier against Terry. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, watching Hield shoot is quite astonishing. He does a great job of establishing his feet as a foundation for his three-point shot.
Terry outside. Kicks to Beasley. Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Henson against Davis. And the pass to Evans. There's the triple. No good that time. Excellent D there from Beasley. Bucks trail by 6. Brogdon the pass to Terry. It's stolen by Frazier. And now the Pelicans on the break. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
For New Orleans, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Omer Ashe, he's checked in for New Orleans. Etuan Moore comes in for Hield. Terry against Frazier. Terry outside. Henson with the screen. Beasley outside. And that's not going to go. And that concludes the first half. Pelicans on top, leading by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith, all set to take a look back at the first half of basketball. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch, barbecue chicken alert, make good entry passes. That led to some good looks, obviously a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling the paint. Shaquille O'Neal.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, is there a shot down there that he didn't show them? I'm not sure. Let's see if the D can make some adjustments here as we start the third quarter.
Holiday and Hield team up in the backcourt. Davis is out there with Cunningham. And it's Hill in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Henson.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And already maybe a defensive adjustment needs to be made here in the second half if their current setup leads to chances like that, high percentage.
And the challenge for Drew Holiday over the last handful of seasons, Brent, has been his health. A stress fracture in his right tibia cost him a lot of games.
Man, it's really hard to establish a rhythm in a game where the coach is telling you we're reaching your limit and they got to pull you out of the game. A former All-Star in Philadelphia, he's a guy they need out on the court, and he needs to continue to produce.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And what a solid comeback Jabari Parker made last year after an ACL ended his rookie season before Greg had even began.
Yeah, and what the injury did was force Jabari to become stronger and
wake up out there. Come on. These guys are relying on one man to beat us.
Omer Ashi, he's checked in for Davis. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for New Orleans. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. It's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. And the athleticism of this game will always take your breath away. I've always said that, one of the best things about it, but the mental aspect, that is something always to keep track of.
Well, I just love the fact that guys can come consistently with that kind of approach, Kevin. If you're not as talented as the guy across from you, what's your advantage? You have to use your intellect. You have to find ways around those skill sets. You have to be a position player. You have to be in the right place at the right time. And trust me, there are many coaches around the league who seek out those kind of guys to fill out their rosters because they know consistently what they're going to get.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, GA. Thank you. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Again, Holiday missing. Bucks trail by 4. Parker passes to Snell. Here's Brogdon. And the layup's good off the glass. Brogdon's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
Cunningham inside. Defended by Henson. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Pretty effort from Cunningham to work his way inside and get that one to fall.
Screened by Parker. Feeds it to Henson. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. Got a piece of it. Here's Brogdon. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. New Orleans making some changes here. Terrence Jones is checked in for Cunningham. Ejuan Moore comes in for Hield, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Bucks also changing it up. Monroe's checked in for John Henson, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Tony Snell. Here's Galloway, defended by Dellavedova. Galloway kicks to Asik, and then Asik with the dunk.
How tough was that for Omer Asik, getting close to the rim inside and making that one look easy.
Dishes it to Monroe. Parker outside. The Bucks working the ball around. Monroe, the pass to Antetokounmpo. It's good. Antetokounmpo's got his first basket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And Asik kicks to Hill. Screen by Asik. Hill drives in. Stolen by Dellavedova. It's 2-on-1. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Asik with it. Pass to Hill. Just 5 on the clock. From the wing, again, the Pelicans score. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. Cuts off the pass. Here's Hill. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Pelican lead.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Brogdon. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Parker passes to Brogdon. And he overshot that one, missing. Left side, Jones. The baseline, Jay. No good on the buzzer beater. And a chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking.
One possession at a time. No.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. New Orleans leading by 6 on the court for the Bucks. Beasley out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's John Henson. And it's Terry in at the point. The jump hook, and Davis puts it in. Davis has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pelicans. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Now here is Dellavedova. Beasley left side. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good. Well, for New Orleans, shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Up top, Frazier. Terry covering. From 8. And he hits the jumper for 2. And now it's...
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. And now we got to keep it up.
But you know what, Brent? He scores best playing off the ball sometimes, catching and making plays inside.
Well, I love his decision-making right there in that instance because he rarely takes bad shots. Maybe one of the most underrated parts of his game is that he just doesn't turn the ball over very much. And for a high usage rate guy, that's impressive stuff.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Count that bucket. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Brooklyn Nets. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And that's going to be a travel. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jason Terry. Bucks trail by 10. Dellavedova dishes to Snell. From outside the arc. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Henson's got it back down to single digits for the Bucks.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
Well, instead of flailing for a foul, Drew Holiday does not expect the call, maintains his focus, and gets that shot to go.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Moore against Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Dellavedova. Baseline jumper. Teletovic misses.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Passes it to Heel for the 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists in the game. You played for, what was it, 6 different teams over your terrific career. We're seeing less and less players remain on the same team for their entire career. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing for the game of basketball?
I think it's a thing that just can't be avoided nowadays with the way the contracts and free agency are set up and the way the teams like to maneuver around. One of the things, Kevin, I think that's taken effect is a quick trigger from a lot of the younger owners that the NBA has where they don't have immediate success. They're not willing to go the patient route and wait for guys to develop, wait for guys to see their talent and come to fruition with the team that they're with. And so you'll continue to see plenty of player movement as the league moves on.
Hill, he's checked in for Ejuan Moore. And then for Milwaukee, Jabari Parker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New Orleans.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Davis.
I mean, the guy was eating glass tonight. There's no other way to describe it. Showing so much effort on that end, and all those rebounds of his are why the score is what it is.
That doesn't go either for Davis. Antetokounmpo passes to Parker. Here's Henson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That's good from Henson. He doesn't get the second one. Evans, left side. That shot, no good. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here.